to use them in tomorrow's race. We heard George.
Hello everyone and welcome to the live stream for the race here at Brazil. We are here for the live stream on the sprint race. As you all know, Lando Norris starts from pole. Max Verstappen starts alongside him. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 louds and lights out, and away we go for the sprint here at Brazil. Max Verstappen gets a great launch, has the inside line for turn 1. Max Verstappen takes the lead here into turn 1 of the sprint at Brazil. And Lando Norris stuck behind him in second. There's a huge lockup at the behind. It's George Russell who overtakes Sergio Perez and is third. Sergio Perez running fourth. Lewis Hamilton running fifth. As we all get cleanly through turn 1. Lewis Hamilton looking to overtake Sergio Perez and does overtake Sergio Perez and moves into fourth position there. Lewis Hamilton. And oh, is that Lando Norris? No, it's Oscar Piastri running wide there. Oscar Piastri running wide, but no incident there. So clean start for the top 20 drivers. Not much incident there. But Max Verstappen got a better launch, better start, and leads the sprint Grand Prix. So yeah, Lando Norris fully gutted. Started from pole, but it was inevitable because Max had the inside line. So never a chance for. And George Russell. Oh my! George Russell has overtook Lando Norris there. I just noticed it right now. George Russell has overtook Lando Norris and moves up into P2. So Lando Norris tumbling down the field here. Don't know what's the reason. Maybe there might be tire difference. But yeah, Lando Norris losing 2 positions here at the start. Max Verstappen gaining 1, Russell gaining 1, Lewis gaining 1, and Sergio Perez also losing 2 positions after the race start. As we move into lap 2 of 24 of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, Max Verstappen leads them away with a gap of 7 tenths. Then we have Lando Norris in P2, Lewis Hamilton running in P4. Sorry, Lando is P3, Lewis is P4, Sergio Perez P5. And biggest gainers out of the starting grid position is George Russell, gained 2 positions, Gasly gaining 2 positions, and the biggest loser is Valtteri Bottas in P17, losing 3 positions. So gap staying at a constant of 7 tenths there. So let's take a look at the start again. Lando Norris got a better launch, I would say. Tried to cover off Max Verstappen, but Max Verstappen having that inside line to turn 1, Lando can't do anything rather than defending. But also reaction time for Max Verstappen 10th, and for Lando Norris was 3 tenths. So yeah, clearly Max Verstappen got better of the line there and leads the sprint, as George Russell sets the fastest lap of the race. So Mercedes have some pace there, but it's interesting to see. Can we have a flashback from 2021 there again? 2022, sorry, with George winning the sprint and Lewis finishing P3. Do share your thoughts in the live chat as well. As we move on to lap 3 of 22 or 23 of this Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, Max Verstappen still leads them away, but the gap staying at a constant. And here we have Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez battling. Lewis Hamilton stays ahead by a car length and a half. But the main thing in this sprint is, like, if you might have seen qualifying, Mercedes are like very quick in sector 1 and sector 2. But I will say they are losing out quite a lot of ground in sector 3 there. So definitely they will need to watch out of the fast Red Bulls and the fast McLarens in sector 3 there. But Max Verstappen still leads the way. George Russell following quite closely behind him. 7 tenths is the gap. I think this gap should drop away by now, because I think Max isn't pushing much. But commendable job by Mercedes, are able to catch up to Red Bull there. Lando Norris is in 3rd position within DRS range of George Russell there. Lewis Hamilton running 4th, under pressure from Sergio Perez in 5th, and also under pressure from Leclerc in 6th, and Tsunoda in 7th, and Gasly in Sainz in 8th, and Ricciardo in 9th, and Piastri in 10th. So it won't be wrong to say that there's a DRS trend form behind Hamilton and Perez and so on. So don't be shocked if Lewis gets overtaken here, because the Mercedes isn't the best thing in the straight line there. Lewis will try his best, but I don't think it will be possible for him to keep the Red Bull behind. Onboard with Sergio Perez, DRS open down the run to turn 1. Late braking from Sergio Perez makes the move and moves up to P4 there. Lewis Hamilton dropping a position there into P5. Now can Leclerc overtake Lewis Hamilton? It will be interesting to see. But we are on lap 4 of 24 of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. Max Verstappen leads them away. George Russell is running in P2, still within DRS range. Lando Norris in P3 within DRS range, and the top 3 and Sergio Perez separated by 2.5 tenths there. So quite a big gap formed already between the front of the field and the kind of midfield. So Lewis Hamilton and Sergio Perez still battling there. Lewis able to stay within DRS range of Sergio there, but I don't think that he will be able to overtake it, because the Mercedes is just, I think they are the slowest in sector 3 in qualifying, and I think Red Bull were 3rd quickest. So yeah, won't be very easy for Lewis to overtake Sergio, but let's see what he can do from 5th position now with DRS. But at the front, Max Verstappen gap 1.1 second and has broken DRS range from George Russell. So that's great news for the championship leader, world champion. Sorry, it's not the leader, it's the world champion. And Lando Norris within DRS range of George Russell, so will be very much keen to overtake George. And here we have George Russell, Lando Norris. Lando Norris makes the move into turn 1 and overtakes George Russell and moves up into P2. So great pass there from the young Briton. But George Russell as DRS coming back to Lando Norris, gaining all the time, gaining, moves alongside him, but wasn't fast enough and stays behind Lando Norris into P3. George Russell, as Lando Norris is now set free to set after Max Verstappen, and let's see, can he overtake Max for the race win and get his first career win, or will it be Max who will be winning his 2nd sprint in a row? Yeah, so time will say that, as we are running on lap 5 of 24 here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, and DRS has been enabled, we all know that. But we are witnessing the battle for 2nd between Norris and Russell. But as I said, Mercedes, the slowest car in sector 3, so they are losing like 3-4 tenths in the final sector. So I don't think Mercedes will have a great race on Sunday, because Sector 3 is the main overtaking zone and they are struggling in Sector 3, so like nothing they can do there. As we here onboard focus with George Russell at the gap is 1 second at the start. Even with DRS, George is using that to land on Norris, like he only gained by a tenth. So Mercedes definitely need to sort this issue out for the coming races at Las Vegas, because as we all know it is the longest straight of this calendar, so they will have quite a lot of struggle there if they can't rectify this problem. But lap 6 of 24 at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, as we see a big lock up there for Sainz, I think, but no incidents till now in the sprint. We have all the 20 runners, all the drivers bar Magnussen, Hülkenberg and Sargent are running on soft tires. As we see here, Fernando Alonso trying to make a move on Kevin Magnussen, unable to do so. Kevin Magnussen, yes, Fernando Alonso with DRS zone in turn 3 overtakes Kevin Magnussen and moves up into P12. Difference of strategies there, Kevin Magnussen on the medium set of tires and Fernando Alonso on the softs. On board with Esteban Ocon here, trying to overtake Nico Hülkenberg. Easy move there for using DRS, and Esteban Ocon, who had a crash earlier in the sprint shootout, moves up into P14. As we take a look here at the leader Max Verstappen, gap 1.6 seconds. Lando Norris isn't dropping back, he isn't gaining anything, but it should be said that the decent pace there from the McLaren. Russell has dropped quite a far bit, he's 1.5 seconds behind Lando Norris. And then Sergio Perez gaining bit by bit over the Mercedes and is currently a second within the George Russell and should be within DRS range the next lap. Lewis Hamilton has dropped out of DRS of Sergio Perez and is within the clutches of Leclerc there. Then we have Tsunoda following very closely behind Leclerc. So yeah, great sprint from the AlphaTauri running P7 and P9 obviously. Tsunoda scoring 2 points and Ricciardo scoring none. Then we have Carlos Sainz within DRS of Yuki there and Ryan Ricciardo following closely. Then we have Oscar Piastri in P10. All within DRS range of Lewis Hamilton, so that's quite a big train that Lewis has formed. And then we have Gasly, Alonso. So from P5 to P12, that's a DRS train. Let's see where the Mercedes can finish. As I said, slow straight line speed, and lap 7 of 24, Max Verstappen leads the way. The gap at the front closing down a bit. It was 1.6 tenths, it's 1.5 tenths now. Sorry, but I think Max is just like managing the tires and not pushing much. Here on board with Sergio Perez, looking to make a move on George Russell here with DRS. Down the back straight, lap 7 of 24, Sergio Perez starts lap 28, gaining all the time on the Mercedes. This low Mercedes in the straight line speed, the Red Bull, one of the quickest in the DRS, maybe the quickest, and goes down the outside, overtakes George Russell there. So neat move there from Sergio Perez, but goes deep. Sergio Perez goes deep and gives an opportunity to George Russell. Russell with a DRS open, gaining. George Russell is gaining, moves alongside him and goes ahead. George Russell overtakes Sergio Perez and regains the podium place there. So great battle there for the podium place between the Mexican and the Brit. Sergio Perez was able to make the move, but locked up and gave George Russell and DRS, and Russell accepted the opportunity with both hands and overtook Sergio Perez there. But don't go anywhere, because George will be under pressure from Sergio Perez again at the start of the next lap at the back straight again. Sergio Perez being able to close George Russell really closely there. The gap currently 5 tenths. Sergio Perez will have DRS at the back straight. Let's see what he can do here. Can he make work of the Mercedes and move into podium places? Sergio Perez, I think, since many races hasn't been on the podium, so we'll definitely love to get a podium today. Let's see where the Mexican finishes. Here again, part 2, Russell versus Perez with DRS. Perez is gaining but a bit far behind. Can't exactly come alongside him, and George Russell late braking and keeps ahead of Sergio Perez. Will definitely need to take a great exit from here and get so Russell negates the threat of Perez for one more lap. So this battle continues, and out at front Max Verstappen leads the way, lap 9 of 24 with a gap of 1.7 seconds over Lando Norris. Then you have George Russell still running in podium places, currently running P3 with the fastest lap. Sergio Perez quite close behind him, looking to overtake him, is running in P4, and the battle for P2 in the Drivers' Championship heats up as Sergio Perez is P4, Lewis P5. So 8 to 6. Sergio Perez scoring 5 points and Lewis scoring 4 points. So Perez gaining a point over Lewis there, and not a lot of rounds left. So great run is there for Checo. And then we have Leclerc in P6, Tsunoda in P7, Sainz in P8, Ricciardo in P9, and Oscar Piastri rounding up the top 10. If you guys have just tuned in, please don't forget to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. It really helps and motivates me a lot. So yeah, lap 9 on 24, less than halfway in this sprint, and Max Verstappen still leads the way. But the gap at the front is closing, not by much, but shortly, step by step, as there are 15 laps to go in this sprint. And George Russell and Sergio Perez, part 3. Sergio Perez looks toward George Russell and does so this time. And yeah, gets better exit from turn 3. Russell with DRS is gaining all the time through Casino de Lago. If I take the corners in mind, gaining, but isn't quite alongside him. And Sergio Perez, for the third time, gets the move done and moves up into the podium places. Let's take a look back. Red Bull quite a long way behind, but with the DRS, the extra top speed of the Red Bull helped Checo to come alongside George, and late braking with the Red Bull and clean exit and able to overtake George there. So Checo will be delighted. P3, Russell P4, Mercedes P5, and Lewis P5. So Mercedes didn't get anything there. Started P4 and P5, running P4 and P5. Tsunoda, Yuki losing one place there, and Leclerc gaining one. Sainz and Ricciardo in their own places. So top 10 hasn't changed much, bar the leaders of Verstappen and Norris. As we start lap 11 of 24, Max Verstappen still leads the sprint. Gap came down like half a tenth, yeah. So Lando Norris bit by bit is closing on Max Verstappen there, and Max needs to be careful of Lando because that McLaren is quite a slippery thing in straight line. So if Lando comes within DRS range of Max, it won't be very easy for Max to keep him at bay. So I think his engineer might be informing him, and Max should start pushing now. Sector 1, Norris losing a 10th. Sector 2, Norris losing a 10th. But the main sector is Sector 3 with the McLaren 9 are mighty. They are the straight line speed merchant gaining like 3 tenths, 4 tenths over the rivals throughout the final sector. Let's see, Max doing a 17.3 and Norris 17.4. So yeah, Max has definitely got the push up there and gained the 10th over Lando Norris on that lap. As we start lap 12 of 24, halfway distance in the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. Max not pulling away the way I expected him, but still leads the way, has been leading from start till now. And George Russell running in P4 was momentarily P2, but got overtook by Norris, overtaken by Perez, and is running in P4 now. Lewis Hamilton was within threat from Leclerc behind, but I think has pushed there and is 2 seconds ahead of Leclerc and safe, and is not within the DRS range. Leclerc under pressure from Tsunoda there, but not much there. The main battle to witness here is Sainz and Ricciardo. Ricciardo with DRS all time, gaining the last of the late breakers in Formula 1. Breaks late, round the outside, turns into inside for turn 2. Does he get the better exit? I think Sainz will have DRS now. So Ricciardo makes a move on Sainz there, moves into P8, but Sainz with DRS, he gaining round into turn 3. Carlos Sainz, easy move there for Sainz, regains his 8th and final point scoring position. So Ricciardo momentarily running in the point scoring position, but can't stay long for them. As we start lap 13 of 24 of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, Max Verstappen still leads the way. The gap staying constant at 1.6 seconds. So I think Max is surely managing his tires there, because I am much confident that the Red Bull have much more pace than this. If we go on and accept the race runs. So yeah, lap 12 of 24 of this Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. Just a second, guys. So yeah, sorry for the interruption. Lap 13 of 24 of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, and Sainz and Ricciardo battle as we are focusing the previous lap. Carlos Sainz still holding off Daniel Ricciardo here. Ricciardo for the second time in a row was unable to overtake Carlos Sainz there. But will it be third time lucky? As we hear on board on a battle with Fernando Alonso and Pierre Gasly. Oh, that was close for comfort there. Fernando Alonso looking to overtake Pierre Gasly there, unable to do so, but almost the two Alpines rubbed wheels. In qualifying, as we all know, there was a crash between Ocon and Alonso at turn 3. So very close to crash Fernando Alonso here with another Alpine as well, but no crashes there, and he moved safely and currently letting Pete well. I think he might be expecting more from his race pace, but the Aston Martin not the quickest in race trim. So yeah, Fernando Alonso currently running in Pete well, looking to overtake the Alpine and if possible get some points here. A point or two will be great for his championship position. But here on board with Daniel Ricciardo and Carlos Sainz again for the third time. Will be third time lucky for Ricciardo. Ricciardo overtakes Sainz there, but again Sainz with DRS around the back straight. He's gaining all the time. Ricciardo covers the inside line, but Carlos Sainz with DRS overtakes Daniel again for the third lap in a row. Carlos Sainz been overtaken by Ricciardo in turn 1, but Sainz comes back with DRS and overtakes Ricciardo again. So yeah, lap 14 or 24 of this Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. We have still Max Verstappen leading the way, but the gap closing down more. 1.2 tenths is the gap, so definitely Lando is pushing that, it should be said. So I think Max needs to get a push up there, because as I said, if Lando gets within the DRS range of Max, it won't be quite easy for Max to keep him at bay, considering the McLaren straight line speed. I think they're the quickest in sector 3 throughout this weekend, so Max needs to keep a look at that gap, and if possible should increase that gap. But we are on lap 15 of 24, 10 laps left in this Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. Max Verstappen leads the way. We have Lando Norris in P2, Sergio Perez running in P3, Russell running P4, Lewis Hamilton P5, Charles Leclerc running P6, Yuki Tsunoda P7, and Carlos Sainz running in the 8th and final points winning position. As here on board, as I said, battle between Gasly and Alonso, very close again, very close for comfort, it should be said. Gasly bit which through exit to the entry. Fernando Alonso already alongside him with DRS is gaining drag race between the Alpine and the Aston Martin. Who wins out is the Alpine with the inside line, but Fernando Alonso out late braking and overtakes Pierre Gasly there. So yeah, lots of battle going on here at the rear end of the grid. Nothing much going at the front, and as I said, Max Verstappen pushing this lap, gained by 6 tenths over Lando Norris. So the gap again in a comfortable range for Max Verstappen there. Just a second, I'll bring some water for me till that moment, guys. Yeah. So sorry for the interruption there. As we continue, lap 19 of 24 of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, Max Verstappen leads the way with a gap of 2.2 seconds now. When we left, it was 1.5 seconds. So Max Verstappen gaining like 7 tenths in the previous 3 laps. So definitely the McLaren's tires dropping there a bit more than Max's tires. Sergio Perez running in P3. It should be at a quite lonely position for Checo. 8 seconds behind Norris, 5 seconds ahead of Russell. So quite a lonely third for Sergio Perez there. Then we have Russell running P4. Lewis Hamilton running in 5th, 3 seconds off his teammate. Leclerc 1.7 seconds behind Hamilton. Would be definitely eager to catch up to Lewis and maybe get a P5. Yuki Tsunoda running in the points, P7. Then we have Carlos Sainz running in P8, 3 seconds behind Yuki there. Oscar Piastri at the fringes of points in P9. Then we have Daniel Ricciardo, who was previously challenging for points, is currently chasing after Oscar Piastri, is running 10th. Then the two Astons of Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll running 10th and 11th. Then we have Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Hulkenberg, Magnussen, Bottas, Zhou and Sargent. So lap 20 of 24 here, 5 laps to go here at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. So I think the medium compound runners should get an advantage now, because it has been 20 laps or more since they have put on this tires. So the soft expected to do 18 to 20 to 24 laps here at Sao Paulo. So I think the soft should start dropping by now and the medium should get an advantage. But as we all know, the only people on mediums are Hulkenberg and Magnussen in 17th and 18th, 16th and 17th, and Sargent in 20th. So I think as it's like quite clear that the soft strategy was much better than the medium strategy. And just a reminder that no pit stops are mandatory in this sprint race, so the drivers can finish the race on this compound of tires. As we here focus on the battle between Russell and Leclerc and Hamilton. As I said, Leclerc will definitely be eager to close the gap behind Lewis and has done so. He's 6 tenths behind Lewis here, and through the final corner as we start lap 21 of 24, has DRS gaining all the time on Lewis. Leclerc is gaining, comes alongside him. Lewis covers the inside line, but Leclerc goes around the outside and overtakes Lewis Hamilton there and moves up into P5. So this struggle for Mercedes continue this weekend as they keep losing out time in the final sector there. Lewis now under pressure from Yuki Tsunoda there, both having DRS. Drag race between the Mercedes and the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri going ahead, but Lewis Hamilton with late braking is able to keep ahead of AlphaTauri. Oof, that was a moment for Lewis. Nearly lost 2 positions within a span of 1 lap, but has now Lewis's tires dropped because he has instantly dropped 1.5 seconds behind Leclerc now, and currently is under pressure from Yuki Tsunoda. So definitely the Mercedes tires dropping off there a cliff. Russell is 8 seconds behind Sergio Perez and 20 seconds of the lead just after 21 laps. So yeah, Mercedes pace not as encouraging as it was in Austria and Mexico. So definitely there might be some work overnight, some a little tweaks to the setup, not much because the cars have been parked for me. But lap 22 or 24 now, Yuki Tsunoda putting pressure on Lewis Hamilton again down the final back straight with DRS. Is gaining all the time. Similar move to Carlos Sainz, moves on the outside but much easier than Carlos Sainz, and overtakes Lewis Hamilton and moves into P6. So Lewis's struggle continue this race as he drops from P4 to P7 now, and surely will be trying his best to stay ahead of Carlos Sainz, who is 2 seconds behind him. So back focusing at the leaders. Max Verstappen leads the way with a gap of 2.6 seconds over Lando Norris, who I think whose tires have dropped off by now because he's losing like 2 to 3 tenths per lap to Max. And then we have Sergio Perez 10 seconds behind Lando Norris in P3. Then Russell another 10 seconds behind another 10 seconds behind Perez in P4. Leclerc running P5, trying to catch up to Russell, but I don't think he just sorry about that. But I don't think Leclerc has enough laps to catch up to Russell, but he will be trying his best. Then we have Yuki in P6. Lewis Hamilton already dropping off DRS to Yuki in P7. And as I said, Carlos Sainz, perilously close to Lewis Hamilton now, 1.5 seconds behind Lewis. So surely the Mercedes tires are dead today. So this is not a good indication for tomorrow's race, because as we all know, the cars will be running on a much lighter fuel this sprint event, as compared to I think 30 kilos of fuel for this today's sprint, which compared to 100 kilos of fuel for tomorrow's race. So much more pressure on the tires, and tires dropping off in such a way is not a good sign for tomorrow's race for Mercedes. Let's see what they can do overnight, but gap out in front between Verstappen and Norris, 3.5 seconds now. So Norris I think now has backed off and is in heavy tire conservation mode there, because losing a second on the final lap to Max. But Max has been flawless from start to finish, has been leading, and currently lap 20 of 24 coming around the final straight. As he starts the final lap of the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint, Max Verstappen, your leader, has been faultless. Started P2, lost out to pole by less than a tenth in the sprint shootout, but took the lead in turn 1, and since then has been faultless. Hasn't been seen yet. Was under pressure from Lando Norris for a little bit of duration, but managed his pace, and the time management paid back at the end, and is on his way for a back-to-back sprint wins. Sprint win in Austin, sprint win here in Mexico. Currently navigating through sector 2, Max Verstappen, 3.6 seconds is the gap. So yeah, good sprint that from Max, and Red Bull as well, as Checo is running P3. So I think Red Bull will be quite happy with their pace, as Max Verstappen I think is going for the fastest lap there. I think so. Gaining 1.5 tenths on Lando Norris in the first sector alone, gaining 5 tenths in the second sector. So yeah, surely the McLaren tires are dead by now, but it will be interesting to see the battle between Sainz and Hamilton there. Sainz within DRS range of Hamilton, will keep a look at it, but Max Verstappen coming on the final few bends has been faultless, has led from start to finish, and Max Verstappen comes round the final corner and wins the sprint here at Sao Paulo with a gap of 4.5 seconds, and Lando Norris comes home in P2. Will surely be expecting for a race win today, but will be quite satisfied with P2 there. Then Sergio Perez, after a long time, welcome back to the podium. Checo is P3. Then we have Charles Leclerc catching after George Russell, but as I said, not enough laps there for Charles, as George Russell crosses the line and finishes P4. Then we have Leclerc 2.5 seconds behind him, finishing P5. Carlos Sainz being chased after by Daniel Ricciardo towards the line, finishes P8. Carlos Sainz. Ricciardo finishes 9, just 2 tenths behind Sainz. Piastri finishes 10th, Alonso 11th, Stroll 12th, Gasly 13th, Ocon 14th, Albon 15th. Magnussen quite a long way behind the Albon train is P16. Then we have Zhou in 17th, Hülkenberg 18th, Bottas 19th, and Sargent is your top 20. No DNFs, no incidents, no yellow flags, and Max Verstappen is your winner for the sprint from Sao Paulo. So, as Max says, simply lovely performance there from Max. Has been faultless from start to finish, as I said, and wins by a gap of 5 seconds there. I think was a little bit under pressure from Lando Norris in the middle phase. Like, I think Max was managing there, but Lando Norris was able to keep within the DRS of Max there, but at the end Max Verstappen with much fresher tires was able to push and won by 4.5 seconds. And Lando Norris on his radio isn't quite excited, but kind of satisfied with his result there. And Sergio Perez, after a bad run of form, I think has to finish on the podium for the last 4 to 5 races there. Finishes in P3, so the Red Bull management will be quite happy with his performance, and also much better for Sergio considering his future in Formula 1 is at risk. So yeah, finishing P3 and a podium, and also gaining 3 points there on Lewis in his battle for P2 with the Brit. So definitely helps in keeping his seat. As I was saying, the last time Checo was on podium was at Italy round 15, so it has been 5 races since Checo has been on the podium. So yeah, quite satisfied the Red Bull and the Checo side of garage at least. So why is the audio saying so high? So high, yeah, it's up now. So that's it for a sprint for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Max Verstappen waves to the fans, his mechanics, shakes his hand with his teammate, and yeah, talking about Max Verstappen, talking about tomorrow's race more than this, I think, as I said, as we all are saying throughout the conversation of this sprint, are sprints good or not? So I think sprints. This format is not good at all because surely this format is a spoiler for tomorrow's race. Now we all know. See, the conclusions we have drawn down is Max is winning tomorrow. No chance at all anyone is even challenging him because McLaren, the closest rivals are starting P9 and P8 I think on the grid. So Max is winning easily tomorrow. Lando Norris should be charging through the field because was able to match Max in terms of pace. Should be charging through the field and maybe get a podium. Mercedes struggling with it with tire wear there, might struggle even more today because even more tomorrow because with heavy fuels, more force on the more pressure on the tires. So and also Ferrari looking decent and more spoilers. Aston Martin, yeah, Aston Martin starting 4th and 5th tomorrow, might 3rd and 4th, sorry. Don't be surprised if they fall off and don't even get points because today's race wasn't much better for them in terms of race pace. Didn't show much sign of confidence. Finished P11, P12. So yeah, that are the spoilers for tomorrow's race, which are very clear from today's results. So all the people who are in this live stream, what suggestions do you have for the upcoming sprint format of Formula 1 as they are discussing? To change this format, do share your suggestions in the live chat, and I will just wait for the suggestions for 2 minutes and then conclude with today's stream. It was quite enjoyable today as well. Able to interact with you guys. I think we had a peak of 15 to 16 views, so yeah, that's quite lovely to say the least. And here, interview with Sergio Perez. Until then, I will just translate what he's saying. Sergio asked about the question for time management there. Sergio Perez saying that he was unable to do time management because was a bit under pressure behind Mercedes at the beginning, so was pushing there. Yeah, so Sergio being asked about, because yeah, as I said, Sergio scoring 6 points, Lewis scoring just 2 points there, so Sergio gaining 4 points over Lewis here in his battle for second place in the championship. So Sergio saying that yeah, it's important but needs to focus on the race tomorrow. Now we have Lando Norris. Lando is quite a love person here. Yesterday also he was like supported quite a lot in his post-race interview. So Lando Norris asked about his reaction time. So yeah, Lando saying that initial start wasn't much better as compared to as compared to Max. Sorry, Max having a reaction time of 1.5 tenths and Lando having a reaction time of 3 tenths there. So lost out the reaction time there. And I will just finish the Max interview and I think we should conclude with this stream, guys. Sorry about that. Having a bit of cough and cold there. So yeah, as I discussed, Lando Norris dropped off like quite a lot at the end of the stint. So he has been asked the same question about how he feels for tomorrow. So like Lando says that the only driver in front of him was Max's Red Bull, so he isn't like quite unsatisfied with the Red Bull pulling away a gap, but is satisfied with the McLaren staying ahead of the rest of the field and like having quite a decent pace, and is looking forward to race tomorrow starting from 6th there. And now final Max's interview. I was sprint winner for the second race in a row, and I think for the fourth time this season. I think this sprint in Azerbaijan and Qatar won by Checo and Piastri, and the rest have been won by Max. So yeah, Max interview here. So Max here also talking about the start, just saying that the first part of the start was good, but the second part of the start was the gear of shifts were amazing and was able to come alongside Max Lando and able to overtake him, and said that he managed the pace quite well. So yeah, Max being asked that is there an issue with tires because Shori was managing there in the middle part of the stint, but Max saying that yeah, because of the temperature and all, you just cannot push flat out, and the thing is correct because I think the track temperature was 45 degrees Celsius, so that's quite a lot of temperature for these tires, and definitely because of the thermal degradation they lose quite a lot of performance there. So that's it for Max's interview, and I think that's it for the stream today as well, guys. Definitely enjoyed today's stream. It was quite fun to do as well, and surely we'll be streaming tomorrow as well for the main event as well, so be sure to tune in for the main event as well for the Brazilian Grand Prix race. I think it's 10:30 p.m. IST. I'm not sure about the track time. It's 2 p.m. track time and 10:30 p.m. IST. So I think it should be 6 p.m. BST. Yeah, 6 p.m. BST, 6 p.m. BST, 10:30 p.m. IST, and 2 p.m. track time for tomorrow's Brazilian Grand Prix main race. Be sure to tune in, and also the starting grid video is already out on the channel for tomorrow's race, so be sure to check it out as well. Also, if you enjoyed the stream, enjoyed my effort, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps and motivates me a lot. So I think that's it for the stream. I will run you guys through the results once again. So the results for the sprint of the Brazilian Grand Prix are as follows. Max Verstappen for the second time in sprint takes the win ahead of Lando Norris, who finishes second. 5 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen, will be definitely happy with this pace. Sergio Perez finishing on the podium after Italy is third. Russell is fourth. The Mercedes struggled a bit at the end of the trial, so definitely a thing to watch for tomorrow's race. Leclerc finishing fifth. Yuki Tsunoda scoring 3 points for AlphaTauri for the first time in the sprint throughout the whole sprint events since 2021. The AlphaTauri scoring the points for first time, with 6th with Yuki Tsunoda and 9th with Ricciardo. Hamilton was looking good initially but dropped off at the end and was just able to keep Sainz at bay as he finished 7th, and Sainz 4th and Ben Lewis is 8th. Ricciardo is 9th and Oscar Piastri rounds out the top 10. And the other half of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, who finished P11. Starts P4 tomorrow. Will be definitely hoping for a much better race tomorrow. His teammate Lance Stroll, who starts third, is finishing P12 today, and who starts third tomorrow, finishes 12th today. Then we have the two Alpines of Gasly finishing 13th and Ocon finishing 14th. Alex Albon started 19th, finished 15th. Then we have the medium starting tire of Kevin Magnussen finishing 16th. So the medium tire not proving a good strategy there for the Haas. Then we have Zhou Guanyu finishing in 17th. Nico Hülkenberg also started on the medium, finishes 18th. Then we have Bottas in 19th, and Logan Sargent, a minute of Max's pace, is P20th. So that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you very much for all your support, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow for the Brazilian Grand Prix main events. Max on pole, and I think it's Charles alongside him. Just we'll discuss about tomorrow's race a bit and this stream, because that's quite a nice discussion point for tomorrow. So the starting grid for tomorrow: Max on pole should win quite easily because has looked quite pacey. Then we have Charles Leclerc starting alongside him in P2. So definitely watch out for Leclerc starting from the inside line. So definitely has quite a lot of chances to overtake Max into turn 1, as Max did to Lando today. And then we have Lance Stroll starting third, Alonso starting fourth. Not expecting much from the Aston Martins tomorrow, but let's see what they can do. Then we have Lewis starting fifth, struggled with his tire management tire at the end today. Let's see what the Mercedes can do tomorrow. Then we have Norris starting sixth, showed quite a lot of encouragement with pace today. We'll be definitely looking out, definitely a person to look out for tomorrow's race as well. Then we have Sainz starting in 7th, Ferrari is looking quite decent, Russell starting 8th, Sergio Perez, who looked quite pacey today, starts 9th and definitely will be looking to finish on the podium in the main event as well. Oscar Piastri is starting 10th. Then we have Hulkenberg starting 11th and Magnussen starting 12th. So definitely the Haas will be happy if they are able to score a point or two, because the fight in for P8 in the championship is heating up currently. Haas are P10, I think. Yeah, Haas are P10, 4 points behind Alfa Romeo and 4 points behind Alfa Romeo as well. So they will be definitely looking to improve the championship positions and get a better result tomorrow, starting 11th and 12th. Then Alex Albon, who has making scoring points a habit in the recent races, starts 13th. Esteban Ocon starts 14th. Pierre Gasly starts 15th. So the Alpines didn't had great race pace today as well. So definitely will be hoping for a much better afternoon tomorrow. Then we have Yuki Tsunoda, had quite a decent race pace today. So is a man to watch out tomorrow, starting 16th. So is his teammate Daniel Ricciardo starting in 17th. Then we have the same finishers of 18, 19 and 20, Bottas, Sargent and Zhou. So that's it for this stream, guys. As we have discussed tomorrow's race as well. I think Max is winning, but don't count off Lando if we have a late safety car or something like that, because Lando was quite close to Max's pace. Surely Max was managing, Lando was comparatively less, but person to watch out tomorrow is Lando Norris, and more importantly Max Verstappen. But as I said, Hulkenberg 8, Zhou 17th, Bottas 19th, Sargent 20th. They will start tomorrow as Zhou 18th, this is not tomorrow starting rate. It is Bottas 18th, Sargent 19th and Zhou 20th. So that's it for the stream, guys. I'll just quickly once again run you through the race results in a quick fashion, then I will just go and sleep because it's like 1 AM in India here. Yeah, also do share which country you are tuning in for. And before that, if you have enjoyed the stream, please don't forget to subscribe to the stream. It really helps and subscribe to the channel, sorry. It really helps and motivates me a lot. And also on this channel regularly, week in week out, there are qualifying predictions, race predictions, qualifying results, race results, driver standings before race, constructor standings before race, driver standings predictions, constructor standing predictions, and then we have practice results, and then we have also the season predictions, the most wins at the particular circuit, the most poles, most podiums, most points, and so on and much more content, also live streams as well on this channel. So be sure to like and subscribe if you are enjoying my work. And yeah, that's it. And as I said, running you through the results once again, it's Verstappen, Norris, Perez, Russell, Leclerc, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Sainz, Ricciardo, Piastri, Alonso, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Magnussen, Zhou, Hulkenberg, Bottas and Sargent. So that's it for this stream, guys. Thank you for all your support, and I will see you guys tomorrow. As I said, 2 PM track time, 10:30 PM IST, and I think it was 6 PM BST. Just let me check. 10:30 PM IST to BST. 10:30 PM IST. IST to BST. 10:30 PM. Just a second, I think that's correct, but 10:30 PM. I should go like BST to, sorry about this, but IST, yes, I was correct. 10:30 PM BST, sorry, 6 PM BST, 2 PM track time, 10:30 PM IST. So yeah, tuning in, be sure, as I said, be sure to tune in for tomorrow's race, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another piece of content. And thank you very much for all your support today. It really means a lot to me. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day ahead. Thank you very much. Ciao. Bye. Thank you very much. Ciao. Thank you.